Tyler here at Skate Warehouse, answering some questions off the Instagram today, so should be interesting. How did you get the nickname Manchild, and who gave you that nickname? Whew. I was a little kid and there was like a little skate park bowl. All the older dudes were skating in, they were filming a spoof off Cheese and Crackers. It was called Beer and Cigarettes. And I pulled up and wanted to skate, and one of them was like, "You can't skate, you're not a man." And then my buddy was like, "He's Manchild." And then like all the older dudes, just ever since then, I've always just been like, "Manchild, it's your name." Oh shit, funny Mike Carroll story. Oh man, plenty of those. It might have been my very first trip. It was me, him, and Sean went to New York. And we just get into the Airbnb and I go to take a piss. And I go to flush the toilet and water shoots out at me. I'm like, holy shit. So I grab Mike, I'm like, "Dude, you gotta check this thing out. Like our toilet's crazy." And then he's like sitting right at the toilet, and I go to flush it, and it just douche water just straight into his face. And I just met him, and I couldn't help it. I was laughing. And normally he would be pissed, but like he was like, "This is a new kid. Like I'm gonna laugh it off." So thank you, Mike, for laughing that one off, dude. Best skate video. That is a hard one right there. Whew, best skate video? God damn, dude. There's so many good ones. Can I do a few that I grew up off? Feel the Dream, Baker 3, of course. Ian Reed video 2 with the Baker 3, that's instant classic. If you haven't seen that one, you probably never will. Fully Flared, of course, when I was a kid, that was like the fucking most mind-blowing shit to us. Dude, some more, the Habitat videos, all the Habitat videos when I was a kid, all the Statics when I was a kid. So many good videos out there, dude. You can't pick a favorite, but those are just a few of my favorites right there. Worst sack you can remember. It was like a 3-stair out rail. I was like too scared. I was a little kid. I could barely skate flat bars, but I was like convinced I was gonna board slide off this 3-stair. So I like keep rolling up. I'm like, oh man, am I gonna do it? First one I go for, do the classic ollie north, sack to face. And after that day, I was like, yeah, these rails, not for me. Spliff ratio. The ratio has to be dirty. More than 50-50, definitely. I want to see more brown than green. I know a lot of the OGs hate that, but our generation is coming in hot with the dirty birds. Dude, I like this question, but I really don't have an answer for it. Least favorite dude to have on the session. So that's a sick question though, but I just don't know. I love everyone I skate with. Who should ride for girl? Taylor Nita should ride for girl. If you don't know who that is, look up the GX videos. All of my goons from GX should ride for girl. Holla. What's the key to hooking up with ladies? I'm not much of a ladies man, but I did hear this thing that Eddie Murphy said. He's like, when a girl shakes your hand, she knows, I want to go home with this guy. And the best thing you can do is just not say no dumb shit. Just keep it simple, keep it quiet. The conversation will start itself. And it's been working ever since I seen that, dude. The ladies have been coming around. Ooh, Niels versus Simon, dude. Who wins? Dude, these kids are crazy, dude. Can't turn my back on my homies. I love them all. Hawk or cat, dude. Fuck. I can't do the either ors, dude. I can't do those. Gnarliest slams, gnarliest trick. One time I was tray flipping a hip at my hometown skate park, and I was like, tray flip, did the classic slipping back, and a BMXer had pegs and just came and shaved off some of my head. I got like 9 staples from that. And then we were on a Kodak trip, and I wasn't skating. I went to dunk my sandal, and the whole basketball hoop came down on my head. So my head was bleeding. The dude came out freaking out. He's like, my kids play on this basketball hoop. He looked at me and I just felt my hair all wet. And he's like, he went from being pissed off to like, dude, are you gonna be all right? Like, we could get you some help. I was like, I'm all good, man. We skated off. We still had like 2 miles to get back to the crew. Me and Jake are laughing. We get like a mile in and Jake just looks at me. He's like, dude, let me know if you're good. You're losing a lot of blood. And we got back to the crew and they got me all stitched up. It was pretty sick, dude. Other than skating, what's your favorite hobby? Hiking with my friends, doing some art, even though I'm not that good at it, but I'll sit at my buddy Jamie's house. He's an artist and I'll just doodle with him. Barbecuing, it's probably one of my favorite hobbies. Good old barbecue with your friends. Try that one out. How is it doing the Lakai commercial with Tony Hawk? Whoa. That one hit home right there, thank you. Being a little kid and growing up and seeing that dude, you know, on TV, you would never think you get to meet him. And then years later, I'm like telling him like, hey, can you say it like this? Nah, you did it wrong. Like, we gotta do it like this, like that was the funniest shit, just telling Tony like what to do. Like, who would have thought I would ever tell Tony Hawk what to do? That is sick. I had the idea for a while. I told Rick and Mike about it and they're like, yeah, let's like try to do it. And then Tony gave me 2 days to do it, which I thought we had 10. So we came up with all the words like the day before. I gave it to him and he just read it. He's like, did you really write this? And I was like, yeah, me and my buddy. He's like, it's pretty good. And I was like, dude, just like that he was down was like oh man, it was the best feeling ever. Slappy or ollie into tricks? I'm pretty loose, so I'll try to slappy mostly into stuff. Slappy's always the way. Ollies are hard, man. Slappies are good. What is it like skating SF? You could live a whole week in one day in San Francisco. That's why it's like my favorite place. And just all the like passing EMB where Rick and Mike and like everyone, like, you know, Chico, everyone grew up skating. It's like so sick. Actually, Rick didn't grow up skating there, but I still consider him. All in the bunch, all in the bunch. What's the most man-child thing you've ever done? This right here, living it. Man-child, do you know how to swim? Yes, I know how to swim, but Rye Barras does not know how to swim, and he got mad at me because I was trying to get him in the water one day because we were in Oregon at this beautiful river. I'm like, come on, Rye, dude, I'll buy you floaties. Like, just get in the water, dude. Let's go have a swim. He was not down. Never street skate or never skate parks. Skate it all. Skate it all. Go with your friends and just have fun. Don't even worry about what people say. What tricks are whack? Pressure flips, ollie Norse. I don't need kick turns, learn them all. Learn everything. I've actually been learning that off Simon. Simon doesn't think any tricks whack, so he learns them all. That's why he's so good, and I'm like, dude, I gotta learn them all. How do you overcome fear? You don't. You just go. You just instinct, and that's all. That's all it takes. Is Skate Warehouse better than Warehouse skateboards? Yes. Yeah. I think that's all of them. The rest are all about weed. But we already did the spliff ratio, so it's all good. Go skate with your friends, have fun, tell them you love them. Life is beautiful. Love you, Pablo.